UAV active.
No way. No way, dude, if that guy killed me.
I didn't get my kill, did I?
That way.
Nope.
Pussy! Yo guys, what is good? How we doing today? It's your boy Ven. So yesterday, the new Warzone Resurgence map, Fortune's Keep, dropped along with Season 4. In today's video, I'm going to go through one of my gameplays on Fortune's Keep where me and the team won. I won with 17 kills. The point of this is to do step-by-step, play-by-play, show you guys what I did, explain my actions to help you guys secure your first W on this new map. So before we get into today's video, if you guys want to show me some support, be sure to hit that like button. And if you have not done so yet, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell for post notifications so you don't miss another one of my videos. I also stream almost every single day over on Twitch, so if you guys want to catch me live, be a part of my giveaways, maybe link up with me in game, definitely hit that follow button. The link is in the description. Okay guys, so with all that out of the way, let's go over how to secure your first W on Fortune's Keep. Let's go. Okay guys, so with this gameplay, the first spot that we dropped at was Winery. Now, of all the spots that me and my friends have been dropping at, the two of our favorites is Graveyard and Winery. Keep is also a good spot to drop at if you want to get some easy loot, fast loot. But in my opinion, Keep, I just don't like fighting in there, especially on drop. So Winery has been our drop. Winery is kind of a hot drop, so just so you guys know, if you drop Winery, you're probably gonna end up having to fight at least 2 teams, because I don't think any game we landed here it was like a quiet drop. So if you're landing Winery or anywhere just in general, you definitely just want to, first thing you want to do, get your best loadout of weapons as possible before you get your actual loadout. So unless you see enemies right in front of you that you want to fight, like if you get an MP40 off drop and there's a guy near you, you can push him. But I definitely suggest at least getting guns that you're comfortable with first before you start pushing people. Unless you're a crackhead demon, go for it. So as you can see, we landed at Winery and there's immediately teams fighting off rip. A lot of teams like to land in this church building that's to my left. So always just keep that in mind. In Winery and this map in general, there are also a lot of points where you can vault over stuff, climb up ledges. So definitely try and use that to your advantage. So as you see, I knew there was people fighting in the church. I vaulted through the window in the back to try and get the jump. Got right behind that guy, got the easy kill. And luckily my teammates were here to help me get that second kill. I hear this other guy. Definitely, in terms of your game audio, I would definitely suggest trying to max it out as much as you can. I have my game audio on boost low. Boost low helps me hear footsteps the best in my opinion. Other players like Joe Woe use boost low. And I got that kill on that last guy right there solely because I could hear him running around his loud ass footsteps. So definitely suggest putting boost low on, or at least just having your game volume as high as possible. All right guys, so we ended up getting killed by a team at Winery. Luckily one of our teammates ended up staying alive, so we spawned back. Now we ended up changing our drop spot to Graveyard after we died at Winery because that team was just going to camp us if we came back. It's something I highly suggest you guys all do, is if you die to a team, especially in resurgence mode, don't try and land back on them immediately unless you think they're terrible players, because most likely they will just farm you. You will just keep dying on repeat. So try and change it up, pick a new spot. We like Graveyard because no matter what length of the game it is, this place is usually never looted. So we were able to land back here, immediately get enough cash for a loadout. Now the loadout that spawns in the game after the first circle, that dropped, but we're not going to hit it because we have loadout money. Now something I suggest you guys definitely do if you have the money to do so, you have the loadout that spawns during the game automatically that you don't have to buy, the one that just spawned right here. Now that's nice and dandy to have that, but if your whole team hits it and it disappears, you guys are cucked for a loadout if any of you die and you need to land back. So if you have enough money, buy a second loadout, save one of them for later. So if you guys end up dying, you'll still have a loadout to hit. So that was another benefit to changing our drop spot. We were able to get 2 loadouts to secure us, to help us if we die. It definitely helps you survive longer in the game if you're able to land back and get your loadout. Now, something that happens here that it might have actually already happened. I saw a guy parachuting towards our loadout that spawned. So that means that there is a team who's their loadout spawned right next to ours over there. So there is a team near us. We got to be ready. And as you can see, one of them is already on the roof. He's starting to shoot at us. So if you guys see that there is another loadout near yours that spawned, just be ready to get in engagements. Don't take your time, because most likely that other team knows you're there as well. So it's just a matter of who gets to who first. So always be on guard, get your loadout ASAP. You have to be the aggressor, especially in Resurgence, because people come back so fast. Your team just needs to be on top of the ball. So as I saw this guy on the roof, I was able to get easy shots on him with the broken NZ no recoil. So now that I downed that guy, my team, the team actually ended up pushing us, but my teammates secured the wipe. So now that that's over, what I like to do with my gameplay, so once you guys get your loadout, once you're feeling good, situated, you can either roll as a team, go for the win, or you guys can go off on your own. Me and my friend that I play with, we like to go lone wolf just so we can try and like as many kills as we can. So this is what I'm doing now that I got all my stuff. I'm just trying to find the closest team that I think would be good to get into an engagement with. You definitely want to try and find teams that are easy to third party. So if you see there's a big engagement going on, you might want to roll up on that, because that will be easy for you to sit back, maybe get a couple downs without anyone really noticing you, and then you go in to try and finish up what's ever left. So as I'm pushing here, I'm looking at my mini map, I see some red dots, and I see a cluster get called by the balloon. Cluster or air kill streaks in general are a dead giveaway of a fight between two teams happening. So that's usually what you want to push for, because it'll definitely be easy to get third-party kills if you engage two teams fighting each other compared to just you go up against one full team that's just kind of like doing nothing, because then all four guys will be focused on you instead of you fighting two teams that aren't even noticing you. So I roll up on this cluster. I have my game audio cranked, but unknown to me, I guess one of them saw me already. He comes up on my left. I didn't hear him. He rips me. I accidentally fall off and I die. So like I said, the game audio can be kind of wonky sometimes. I did not hear him coming up on me, but that's just one of those scenarios where I thought I was going into a third party. It wasn't, and I got cucked. So that death right there was just kind of out of my hand. I could have probably played it a little better, definitely try to be more undercover, because that guy obviously noticed me right away. I don't know if they were heartbeating me or anything, but this is the one positive to that death is that I can tell my teammates that there is a team over there, and I know that team is over there. So when I come back, if I get my loadout, I can try, I at least know there's one team in that specific area. So as you will see, I will get my loadout, and then I immediately head back to that area because I know that they're probably still going to be there. All right, so I get back to this spot where I died, and as you can see, the team is still there. A lot of these teams just like to camp in the same spot, so most likely they will stay in the areas that they are killing people in. So I'm able to sit on this roof, easily get some long-range kills without them even noticing. And as you can see, they have a loadout there. So that's also a green flag for you to try and get some easy kills. If you see a loadout in the distance, maybe you see someone flying towards it, just prop up. You might get some easy free kills just from kids trying to get the loadout. So now that we wiped that team, it's just going back and to try and find the next team to get in an engagement with. Always look into the sky for people flying back like this guy, because it's honestly insanely easy to get kills from people flying back in Rebirth. Even though they have the spawn protection, if you have multiple people shooting at them at the same time, you can still easily get it down like I did right there. So now since we see the gas on, we see the gas is about to move in a minute. We're not in zone, so we're going to have to rotate, but we already see that there are teams coming in from the gas across this like hole that we're near. So instead of immediately rotating, especially if you're wanting to try and maximize your kills, just prop yourself up, try and get the other players that are rotating currently, because they're not going to want to fight back if they're trying to get towards zone, and they'll be easy to shoot because they're not even shooting at you. So as you see, we just start lasering these kids that are rotating. They really don't do anything because they're just trying to rotate. So we know that they have broken armors. We know that there is, especially since they're not shooting back, they might not be good players, because sometimes good players will chow you if you start shooting at them, no matter what kind of situation they're in. If they're confident in their aim and their skill, they will challenge you. So if players aren't challenging you and you're repeatedly shredding them, that's kind of a giveaway that they're not that great of a player. They're not confident enough to try and chow these people that are shooting at them. So instead of, like I said, instead of rotating into the zone to try and secure a spot, we obviously know that there are more kids that are rotating. So we're just trying to find all these kids to try and get some easy kills to wipe up as we're rotating into zone. So we run it at like 30 seconds. I'm back here. I see this guy running up. He doesn't even know I'm here. put some bullets into him. I don't down him. So I know he is up there. I know that guy's not going to keep running away because the amount of time that goes by between that and when I actually engage him later, it's not that long of time. So don't assume that people are going to immediately just keep running from you when you shoot at them. Most of the time, they're going to want to try and fight you. So I keep in the back of my head that he's still probably up there behind me. I can't completely forget about him, but my teammates over here are fighting the guy. It seems like they're struggling a little bit, so I try and give him some cover fire, break that guy's armor. But as I'm doing this, I hear this guy coming up behind me, so I turn around, get the easy down, shoot him while he's shooting my teammates. And then as you guys play Rebirth, you obviously know this, but if you kill someone, they're in a squad, the rest of their squad pings on your minimap. So if you look at my minimap right there, I see his teammate pinging, and I immediately look at it. He's coming up the zip line, so I can get an easy armor break on this guy. Serpentine saves his ass, but I'm able to easily push down there, get the wipe up kill. And then I can see his teammates are pinging for me up top, but too bad for me. He already had the high ground. He got easy early shots on me, so I died. But always, if you kill someone on Resurgence, look at your minimap. That should be the first thing you look at, because it will help you stay alive or get more kills, because it shows where everyone on their team is around you. If they're ghosted, it won't show a red ping, but it will show like the little blip, so you can still see that they're near you. Like the guy that just killed me, he was ghosted. He didn't have a red dot, but I saw his blip right next to me, so I kind of knew I was about to die. All right, so now that I'm dropping back, the first thing that I did was immediately, so I have my friend, the purple marker, he's right next to the loadout, and I knew he just hit it. So I asked him, is it safe? If you're landing and you're playing with teammates, always ask if the loadout is safe, because Resurgence players love to camp loadouts. So most of the time, if you land on a loadout, especially late game, you're probably going to get shot the second you land. So I'm asking him, is it safe? My teammates are telling me that there's a guy on a balcony, so I just keep that in my mind. I land right behind it where he can't shoot me, but see, he immediately starts shooting me when I'm landing on it. But since I knew he was there, since my teammates gave me the call outs, I was able to land on the other side where he wasn't able to actually get some good shots on me. So I got my loadout secured, and now it is getting close to the end game. This is where it becomes chaotic, especially the part of the map we're in. We're more in like the downtown close corridor type part of this new map. So especially if you're in these tight areas on end circles, you got to play it extremely slow. You can't run around like a maniac, because players are going to be camping their asses off. Like that guy that shot at me when I landed on my loadout, he was just camping in a third level balcony, and he probably was not going to move because he was like almost center circle. So you got to play cautious during these end circles that are more in these like closed down areas. So as you can see, our team is just trying to regain. This guy comes in out of nowhere. Luckily, I was able to get the turn on him. He wasn't that great of a player, but my teammate just died to his teammate right outside the building. So we know there's at least one more person right outside of our building. I only have one plate, so the main thing on my mind is just to try and get more plates, because you don't want to challenge people with no armor. So I see 2 plates out there. I go for them as fast as I can, but see what I'm talking about. People are just camping in like windows, higher spots of these buildings, and you can't even see them. So I ran out there for a millisecond, and I immediately got shot. I was able to get the plates. That's always going to be a priority. If you guys don't have armor, you're going to lose gunfights. I don't care how cracked you are. The time to kill in this game is extremely fast. I was about to say slow. It's extremely fast. So anyone that's using aim assist on their controller and they're using a good gun, if you don't have plates, you're dead. So always make that priority. Luckily, I was able to get those plates without getting downed, even though I almost did. But something I want to notice is that as I am on here trying to get plates, I make it back inside, and you can see the graveyard is behind us, and there's a buy station there. And as we're in here, I see that there was someone I heard it, but you can't really hear it. Someone just bought back from the buy station. So that's an immediate giveaway that there's a player there. Always pay attention to the buy station buyback sound, because people will try and buy back people on the edge of gas in these late circles, and those will be really easy cleanup kills. So I knew someone just hit the buy, so I'm just looking for players, because obviously they're gonna have to rotate directly towards us. I can hear them running under me, so I immediately look at the stairs, get the jump on that guy, immediately kill him. His teammates are pinging way away, so we know that there aren't teammates near us. But this guy was hiding out of nowhere. He got the jump on me, but luckily my teammate was right behind me. I was able to turn around fast enough and we got the kill. That is another instance where if you can't solely rely on the game audio, because I have my shit cranked and I run out here and I know it's hard to hear him here. Let me turn the volume up. You literally only hear like his last 2 footsteps. Hold up. So we kill that guy. You can hear him running outside. No. Actually, that's so confusing. So I kill this guy. You can hear a guy running outside on the ground, right? So I think he's on the ground. But somehow he gets up top. So I guess the game sound I was hearing, it sounded like he was on the ground, but he actually was up top. So that's a perfect example as to why you can't solely trust your game audio. Sometimes it will screw you. So in that circumstance, honestly, if my teammate wasn't with me, I would have died because look, I haven't even turned around yet and I'm already at half health, no armor.
No way.
So luckily I was able to get behind that ladder. He missed a couple shots. If you have it, you got to... I cannot emphasize how important using your just scenery and objects around you to your advantage in gunfights. People's aim assist, the aim assist in general turns off the second you get behind a railing, a wall, anything. Like so many things turn aim assist off, and I won't be shocked if me going behind this ladder right here turn this kid's aim assist off, because he gets early shots on me. He's not missing. Lasered. I get behind the ladder. He immediately misses 4 shots in a row. My teammate breaks his armor, and then I get the easy down. So that's a prime example of using your surroundings to help you. And then I got the turn on him and ended up winning that gunfight. So now it's still the same objective. We're trying to just get into a good spot in zone. Luckily, I just found the most clutch armor satchel ever. So that was a huge clutch. That's more luck than skill getting something like that. So I just saw my teammate got downed. Luckily, the guy that downed him, I heard, was way far away. So I knew he probably wasn't going to get pushed. And this is another thing in these end circles, especially in these end circles where it's just buildings on top of buildings. If people laser someone from afar and they get the down, they're probably not going to push because they know if they leave their spot, they'll probably get gunned down by someone in another spot. So I went for the easy res because I knew that guy probably wasn't pushing him. So now it's just me, one teammate, my other teammates are dead. And the whole circle is in this small ass town area. We see that there's a balloon and a helicopter. Now, my first idea was to get in the balloon, fly it to a higher area. But then again, when you guys hit these balloons, you have these red smoke trails behind you, and it's a dead giveaway. Like most of the times I hit balloons late game, I get lasered immediately because you have to parachute your easy shots. So my teammate suggested to get in the helicopter. And as we're going here, the other second thought in the back of your head is since you have 2 teammates dead, just be constantly looking for cash. If you can get a good buyback, late game, because half the time you drop back with Owen guns or like a Type 100, those are really good guns to drop back with. It can really turn the tides, especially if you're landing back with an Owen gun. So if you have teammates that are dead late game, never give up on trying to buy them back, because that will immediately give your team an advantage the more players you have. Because we know that this lobby was probably consisting, the last few teams that were alive were probably already set up in any of these spots. So going in it with a 2v4 is just not ideal. So we now have enough money to buy a person back. We're flying towards this buy, but then we immediately see that there's people there. So we immediately bail. And honestly, there's no other good buy station to go to. So we give up on trying to buy one of our teammates back because it's just going to get us killed. They're already shooting the helicopter. So I look where not final circle, but where the next circle is going. And luckily, to our luck, there's a giant tower right here on the edge of circle. So immediately always try and get in a good high ground position. As Obi-Wan Kenobi says, if you have the high ground, you win. So try and get in the high ground. This is a really clutch spot for us to get into. And honestly, seeing how high these walls were, they can't even shoot you unless you like stood up on top of the wall. So this was a clutch spot to get. Always look for high ground spots to go to on end circles, because that gives your team a crazy advantage. So now that we're up here, it's honestly just survive, try and wipe up who's ever left. So, and especially since we only have 2 people, we're not trying to go freaking Rambo and just push teams. The better option is to play it safer, play it slower, try and get kills from long range. So as we're sitting here, I knew that team was over by that house because we flew right over them. So those were the first objectives on my mind to shoot. So we're just chilling up here, getting easy long distance kills and downs. That guy was flying back, but I downed him in like 4 bullets. I see that there's still fighting going on over there. So I take my chance. I stand up on here and start trying to get some downs. I'm getting easy downs. No one is even shooting at me. So that's honestly like a very lucky scenario, because if I saw a team up in the spot that we were at and they were standing up there shooting at a whole nother team, I would be lasering them like crazy. But luckily we didn't get shot at being up here, and we did play it safe. Like if you're standing up here and people immediately start shooting at you, you can jump down pretty easily. You're not really risking your life that much. And especially since the wall is so high, if one of us got down, the other one could res us instantly. The only way we were screwed is if someone called a precision on us or something like that. And see, as we're killing these kids, we're able to see if any of their teammates are spread hidden in the map. So like we killed that guy right there. We see there's a guy above us, and the rest of his other 2 teammates are all the way over where we killed them. So we know we can keep looking there for players. And as you're in these end circles, you gotta just constantly be paying attention to where the rest of the players are. The more information you know where players are, the higher chance you have to win the game. So now, this is honestly a bad scenario. We're up here, we're literally on the edge of gas, and we have to rotate all the way across the circle. The next circle is pulling the complete opposite direction. So that's like a worst case scenario for rotation. So our only plan here is we're gonna have to jump off, parachute, land somewhere, and then just survive. So as we're getting up here, as you can see, there's smoke going on at the buy station. So someone just res there. So I know someone's going to be near the buy station. They just res. But since I have 4 grand, I'm going to pull off the fast res. I buy my buddy back. That is a clutch buyback. And he called me nutty because he honestly wasn't even expecting that. So now we got 3 teammates. That puts us having an even higher advantage. You can see there's 3 teams left, including ours, 7 players. So that means that it's a 3v2v2. So now we have the advantage hitting that buyback at the last second. So like I said, if you ever have the cash, or if it's late game and you have dead teammates, get cash, try and buy them back, because it will help your team out. It will help your team get the win so much. So now it's honestly just try and find the rest of the team, try and rotate without dying. In these scenarios, you don't want to like full send teams. The best way to do these, at least in my opinion, is focus on rotation. And if you see players, try and kill them while they're rotating. Don't chase after players. The rotation is more important, because some players don't focus on rotation, and you can get there before them. You can set up in a spot before them, and then you can get them while they're still rotating. So that's honestly my best piece of advice with that. Always focus on rotation over kills in these end game scenarios. So as I'm running up here, there's a guy right up there. So this had to have been the guy that bought his buddy back right before I hit the buy station. So I went up there ready to, I went up there expecting someone to be hiding somewhere. So I was ready. Luckily I was ready. So the second I saw him, I get first shots on him. He gets me down to a sliver, but since I got first shots, I get the down. I wipe him up. I kill him. I see his last 2 teammates, the last 2 players in the game, are right by my teammate on purple. So I'm yelling to him, last 2 guys are on you. I'm just saying, last 2 guys are on you. So all I had to do, I focused on just getting out of the gas, rotating, hoping that my team wipes up, and my team gets the last 2 guys. And the funny part is, one of them got down during that gunfight. So if I didn't buy back my friend, we might not have won it, because one of them got downed during this end circle. So that meant like if it was just me and the one dude the whole time, he would have gotten downed, and then it would have just been me versus 2 guys, and I was far in the gas. That could have turned into a bad scenario. So that shows that buying your teammates back in the end circles is incredibly worth it, and it will definitely help your team get the W. Okay guys, so this brings us to the end of the video. If there is anything that I didn't talk about during this that you want more clarification on, or you just have any questions you want to ask, definitely let me know down below in the comments. I will reply to everybody. Also, let me know what you think about this new Fortune's Keep map down below in the comments. Do you like it? Do you think Rebirth is better, or do you think this map is just kind of mid? As always, I hope you guys have a dope rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, stay blessed, not stressed out there. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.